Hello everyone and welcome to Liverpool, England, as we embark on yet another new journey. The final destination, the crowning of the first ever Purity Women's Champion. 3X on the call with you for this single elimination tournament. One of the best parts of the inception of a new promotion like Purity is that you get to see brand new talent for the very first time. And this is one prime example. Her name is Braden from Dublin, Ireland, trained alongside of Mike Mastodon, who you saw in the men's championship tournament. So she is fundamentally sound and of course has that hard Irish edge to her. She loves a fight as much as anyone that you will see in the ring. Speaking to her earlier, she said, "You might not know who I am, fans around the world, but you will. Just give it time." Well, that time is now. And her opponent here tonight is a woman who literally has the weight of the world on her shoulders. A second generation superstar, but oh what a generation it is. She goes by the name of Alexis Windsor. And if that name sounds slightly familiar to some of you, it's because she is the daughter of Sir Alex Windsor, quite possibly the most influential man in European core wrestling. Ask any one of the young superstars here in Purity who was their inspiration to get into professional wrestling, and most of them are probably going to mention Sir Alexander. And Alexis, who spent the bulk of her early career as a fitness model, has decided to take on the family business, so to speak. Referee calls for the bell here, and both of these ladies lock horns center of the ring. The Purity Women's Championship Tournament is now underway. Give you a little background information as these ladies feel each other out. Alexis Windsor, of course, her social media, quite popular, and has almost like an almanac of core wrestling, with pictures of her in her youth with her father Alex Windsor, and also many other greats, including Magnus von Schwartz, Yoshi Togo, and yes, even a picture with the king himself, Riot, of all people, at the tender age of 15 years old. So she comes in with a wealth of experience in the business. We'll see whether or not that translates to experience in the ring. As for Braden, she too has something to prove, but for different reasons, citing the fact that the great nation of Ireland is woefully underrepresented in the world of professional wrestling. Citing that, hold on one second, here's a cover, 1, 2, no. Kick out after that beautiful springboard. But back to Braden. She states the fact that there's only a handful of superstars around the globe from her native land, and she intends on being one of the men and women to help put Ireland on the professional wrestling map. Well, I'd say a big accomplishment towards that goal would be to become the first ever Purity Women's Champion. Suffice to say, that's a long, hard road to travel for each one of the 8 women that have been chosen to partake in this tournament. But the spoils of victory is your name etched in the history books. And will Braden etch hers? No. Her first pinfall attempt of the night barely a count of 3. Windsor getting the shoulder up just in time. And Kira Braden immediately on the follow-up. Impressive suplex variation there. Out of a hammerlock. Braden with a hard Irish whip. Bouncing Windsor off of the corner. And then follows up with an STO. And this Birmingham, England crowd is definitely into this contest in the early going. Very vocal. Ouch! Stiff DDT off of a counter there by Windsor. And Alexis now going to one of her father's specialties. That signature British technical style, focusing on doing as much punishment to individual limbs as possible, taking something out of your opponent's game plan. And now Windsor, with Braden in the corner, baseball slide, drop kick, right to the lower extremities. And then Alexis goes from low to high with that second rope elbow drop, follows up by hooking the leg, and only a 2 count. Braden with the shoulder up in a timely manner. Windsor with some words to the referee here. This opening round match is the litmus test. It's the setup for the entire tournament. These 2 women are the first to represent Purity's women's division. And they are going to set the standard for the rest of the night. So trust and believe that they're going to go tooth and nail against each other. If not only for the fact that this is for the Purity Women's Championship, it's also to stake their claims. It's also to make their names known to the world of women's core wrestling. The View Japan Women's Division has already established itself well, with the champion Suki Nobu representing the GWGP Women's title. And of course, the XWA Diamond Division has set the standard. Wait a second, Braden with a pinfall here, and no, again another near fall, but look at Alexis Windsor kipping up out of nowhere. Intestinal fortitude and athletic ability on display by Alexis. And just like that, she gets herself back into this match. What can she do to follow up here? Little showwomanship, if you will. Oh, and she delivers a move she calls the fallback. But Braden does not fall back. At least not yet. Not this time. But will she here? Windsor, top turnbuckle, looking for some high risk. Up and over, but no score on a corkscrew moonsault attempt. Instead, she eats a face full of right hand. A heaping helping of knuckle sandwich, courtesy of Kira Braden. As I mentioned before, View Japan's women's division has already established itself. The XWA Diamond Division has been the standard bearer since 2006. So the Purity Women's Division is very much the new kids on the block. Braden with another cover and only another near fall. But Kira will look to continue to keep applying pressure to Alexis Windsor. And once again, as far as this Purity Women's Division goes, these matches are establishing this division's identity. What you are witnessing now is what the Purity Women's Division is all about. And I can tell you, looking up and down these brackets, you're going to see a mix of styles, disciplines, nationalities, a little bit of everything. This might be a European-based promotion, but the international influence of the Purity Women's Division will certainly be felt. And the same can be said about this superplex to the spine of Alexis Windsor. Braden with another cover. 2, and no. Alexis Windsor kicks out again as she has been receiving a prodigious beating. Just how much more does she have left in the tank is the question. Oh, wow. A scintillating lariat by Kira Braden, who is firing on all cylinders right now, looking to put things away, but no. Kick to the gut by Windsor. And Alexis Windsor delivers her finishing maneuver. She calls the Tesseract. And it is not enough. Did you see how close that referee's hand was to slamming the mat for the 3 count off of a quick and sudden Tesseract? Windsor follows up with an impressive martial arts combination of kicks that rolls Braden outside of the ring. And now Alexis follows and complements the kick combination with a combination of punches. And again, more kicks, outside leg kicks to be exact, targeting the calf, the knees, and the hamstring of Kira Braden. Anyone out there who follows mixed martial arts knows that enough of those in rapid succession are definitely going to have a negative effect on your mobility, your lifting strength, basically everything that you do with your body above the waist. And now Windsor above the... Oh my goodness! Holy crap! And this crowd is definitely impressed by the sudden reflexes of Kira Braden. Alexis Windsor went to the top, went high risk, and got cut down by a stiff right hand superwoman punch by the Irish woman. And could that have swung this match back into Braden's favor? Windsor in the corner, eats a drop kick, Braden to the opposite corner, and delivers another one. Trying to pancake Alexa Windsor's face between the corner and the bottom of her foot. And now Braden up to the top turnbuckle, drops the elbow, and cover. Beautiful transition into a pin, but again, Alexis Windsor shoulders up at 2.5. And now Braden stalking her prey, but once again, Alexis Windsor cuts her off, and a beautiful combination there, going low, and then following up with the uppercuts. Reverse DDT to follow up. And now has the momentum swung back into Windsor's favor. We shall soon see. Dragging Braden to the center of the ring. And here comes Alexis Windsor, setting up for a second Tesseract. Knee right to the face, hooks the leg. And this time, Alexa Windsor scores the sudden pinfall victory. And this was quite the opening round contest here. Both of these ladies put everything on display. This is what you call a back and forth contest in every single sense of the word. There's that double drop kick combination by Kira Braden. who seemed to be rolling at that point until she was cut off. And Windsor, for the second time, hits that Tesseract. And this time it's enough to score her first victory here in Purity Wrestling. And more importantly, advance her to the second round of its championship tournament. I'm pretty sure we're going to see plenty of these two up against each other in the not so distant future. But for now, we update our tournament brackets with Alexis Windsor being the first woman to advance to round number 2. And she will be facing off against the winner of our next contest. And now making her way into the ring is another fresh face for the majority of our viewing audience here on YouTube. But over here, she is one of the most popular combatants in women's European independent core wrestling. Now about to make her mark, or at least she hopes so, on a bigger and brighter stage. She goes by the name of Rebel Madden. And as you can see, emblazoned on her abdomen, the words Wild Child. That's her nickname, and she is the personification of that very mindset. A native of Norwich with a devil-may-care attitude. She has lived most of her life in that punk lifestyle, and again, very, very popular within the UK scene. Definitely a crowd favorite here, a fan favorite, and some would say possibly a favorite to win the entire tournament. She's definitely got a smash mouth, in-your-face style of wrestling that is very reminiscent of names in the States, such as the new Pearl champion Abigail Rooker, and of course the Hellcat Haley Jonas, wherever she is. And that is going to be a style that is in stark contrast with her opponent, but this is not the typical entrance theme music for this woman. I know who it is that she's facing on the card here, but this is definitely uncharacteristic of, wait a second. You want to talk about uncharacteristic? Ladies and gentlemen, making her way down to the ring is the Duchess, Tiffany Queensberry, but she definitely does not look like the same Tiffany Queensberry that our American fans may be familiar with in her appearances within the XWA Diamond Division. Sporting a whole new look here. Ivory white, very, very much reminiscent to her BFF, if you will, her partner in crime, the new XWA Diamond Champion, Isis Diamante. A symbol of solidarity, perhaps. Well, who knows, but what I do know is that the match has just begun, and Tiffany Queensberry might have a new look, but her attitude is all the same. Posh, snobbish, arrogant, self-centered, but at the same time, she is probably the most fundamentally sound technical wrestler in all of women's core wrestling. Practitioner of that European catch style, submission specialist. But wait a second, Rebel Madden there, rolling out of a mat wrestling predicament. And Queensberry not impressed. Collar and elbow tie up again, center of the ring. This time, Madden with the top wrist lock. Applying pressure She is definitely a versatile competitor in her own right, but I'm not entirely sure matching, okay, maybe I stand corrected. Rebel Madden again, solving Tiffany Queensberry in the chain wrestling department. How about a third go? Queensberry now, waist lock, taking the back. Amateur style takedown. And now with underhooks underneath, but Rebel Madden reverses the reverse rear waist lock. And now Queensberry reverses the reverse of the reverse. Side headlock now applied. And back to a top wrist lock. Queensberry with the trip. This time taking some initiative here. And again, as smug as they come after that judo-style takedown. But Madden having none of that. 3 stiff rights in the third one. Turned Queensberry completely around. Opened her up for a reverse neck breaker modification. And here's Madden with a tiger driver in the early stage of the match. Definitely hitting the mark. Queensberry clutching at the tailbone. And now Rebel Madden drags the Duchess into the center of the ring. Series of kicks to the kidneys. And an elbow right to the temple to follow up. But Queensberry fighting back off the jawbreaker and a backbreaker to follow that one up. Kick right to the small of the back, the spine area by Queensberry. And now Tiffany answers immediately with the offensive barrage of her own. And now the Duchess will look to play to her strengths, which is wearing her opponents out with those working holds and obvious limb manipulation like that right there. Wasting little time, very little wasted motion, always on the attack, but look at Rebel Madden on the defensive there. Looked like it was gonna be a powerbomb, but Madden counters into a sunset flip. Almost like a powerbomb. Follows up with a single leg drop kick right to the chest. And another shot to the chest right there. Stiff elbow. And a third one by way of that stomp. Using the bottom rope to propel her into the air for a little extra leverage on the downward strike. And they're just raking, just digging into the eyes of Queensberry. Nothing fancy about the game plan of Rebel Madden. Like I said, smash mouth in your face and almost to an extent successful for it. But Queensberry gets the shoulder up. Front headlock, and now Madden dragging the Duchess into the corner. And another stiff right hand in the corner there. A second one. But catching the hands of Madden is Queensberry, and she retaliates with some knife-edge chops. And now dragging her forearm and elbow square into the face of Madden. And now Queensberry just lifting Madden up, tossing her back down onto the mat. Nothing fancy about that strategy either. And now Queensberry delivers the Regal Cutter. Amazing her hitting that move so early in the match. And could that be the end of the match? No. Shoulder up by Madden. 2.5. And the match continues. But Queensberry pulling off the big moves early and often here. Sit down tombstone. Drilling Madden head first into the canvas. And now the Duchess to the second rope, turning around and digs that elbow point first into the chest cavity. She practically tried to drive a hole into Rebel Madden's body. And now once again, those combination holds, that small limb, small joint manipulation. Incidentally, this is the modus operandi, a calling card that was practically pioneered by the likes of Sir Alex Windsor, who, ironically enough, his daughter, watching intently, waiting in the wings, awaiting who she faces between these two in the second round of this tournament. Now Madden and Queensberry trading unpleasantries. And now here's Rebel Madden after the offensive barrage with a modified face buster variation. Double knees right to the chin of Queensberry. And speaking of to the chin, double axe handle just dropped her like a sack of potatoes. And now Madden putting the proverbial boots to the Duchess. Rebel Madden on the follow, second rope, clearing 2/3 of the ring, but that elbow dropping goes for the cover. Only another 2 count, however. Madden, however, has regained control, it would seem. And now Rebel with Queensberry up and taking the scenic route to the opposite corner here. Snake eyes, face first to the top turnbuckle. And now Madden on the springboard, and oh, beautiful leg drop. Just hung Queensberry out to dry across the bottom rope. And now Madden looking for the big offense here. Queensberry is reeling. And Rebel Madden delivers the Southern Lights suplex. Hooking the leg, this could do it. Except it doesn't. Shoulder up at 2. Queensberry still in this match. But oh boy, is she in trouble right now. Madden with another Irish whip into the corner. And again serving up another helping of right hooks. Now Madden to the opposite rope and bam! Wow! A running face wash right to the jaw of Queensberry. Madden up to the top turnbuckle, and wait a second. Oh my goodness! Tiffany Queensberry out of nowhere pops back to her feet and clips Madden's wings with a European uppercut. Just like that, the Duchess back in this contest and brings Madden down with a barrage of lariats. Queensberry now in the corner, and we know what that sets up. Knee trembler. Straight to the face of Rebel Madden, and Queensberry hooks the leg. 2. No. Unbelievable. How is Rebel Madden not just flat out unconscious right now? She has taken some wicked shots to the head. And now Queensberry follows up with a Tiger Driver. Pinfall combination, but again, Madden able to withstand the offensive barrage. But how much is left in the tank? That's the question here. And the answer might be 0 after that. Queensberry delivers the coat of arms. This has got to be it. No! Are you kidding me? Rebel Madden kicked out of Queensberry's finishing maneuver. The coat of arms was not enough. And now Queensberry, she's got to pull something big out of the hat right now. And I guess I must have been reading her mind here. Queensberry with Madden up to the top turnbuckle here. Looking for the superplex, but Rebel Madden fights her off. Pushes her off. And again, Madden to the top turnbuckle, but this time she will score. Diving knee right to the chest of Queensberry. And here comes Rebel Madden, looking for a big move of her own. She calls that the Revolution. And is that enough to get her through to the second round? No. No. I cannot believe what it is that I'm seeing here. Both of these women have just kicked out of each other's finishing maneuvers. It's a stalemate. Like, what else is there left to do when the biggest, strongest move in your arsenal is not enough to put your opponent away? What is there left? I don't know, but what I do know is that Rebel Madden and Tiffany Queensberry are going to have to figure it out on the fly. And Madden off to a good start here. A little violence party in the corner. Just a devastating barrage of elbows and forearms. And now Madden going to the big offense again. She calls that one the Revelator. You can see the play on words here with her moves. And is it going to be enough, however? Another big move. Another near fall. And I really don't know what else there is left. Madden gonna go for another revolution here. Queensberry on the shoulders, but fights it off with some elbows. And now have a look at Queensberry applying a Kimura lock. Queensberry on the counter and administers the submission maneuver. But Madden able to roll out of it and goes right back on the offensive. More mudhole stomping to Queensberry. And now Madden with Queensberry in a precarious position. Slowly back to her feet. Madden to the second turnbuckle. But no score on what looked to be a spinning forearm shot. But look at Queensberry. Neck breaker, and she bridges into a sickle hold here. This is some brand spanking new offense. Queensberry applying the submission, torquing at the neck of Rebel Madden, and she's got no choice here but to tap out. That was impressive. Let's take a look at the replay here and some of the highlights of this match. Here is the Revolution by Madden. Not enough, however, to pick up the pinfall. Immediately afterwards, continuing the offense with the Revelator. She goes for a second attempt at a Revolution, but this time Queensberry able to counter into a Kimura lock. And even still, with back and forth offense, Queensberry with a very innovative submission combination from a neck breaker into that sickle hold that scores the submission victory and will advance the Duchess to the second round of the Purity Women's Championship Tournament. So the Duchess comes not only with a new look, but apparently with some new tricks up her sleeve that the rest of the grid had better be on the lookout for. As we update the brackets once again, and one half of the second round is now established. Alexis Windsor will face off against Tiffany Queensberry. And now we turn our attention to the second group of round one. And our next contest puts two women against each other who have only recently crossed paths for the first time, and interestingly enough have one thing in common: making her way into the arena, still on the first steps of her rookie year as a professional wrestler. This woman has an opportunity right now to truly make a dent on her young career. Of course, I'm talking about the native of Stockholm, Sweden, Michaela Nystrom. The last time we saw her was on the XWA Live World Tour, where she was eliminated by the legendary Golden Goddess Sarah Warfield in a fatal four-way match. We spoke to Michaela earlier about her thoughts on that encounter. And confident words by Nystrom. Michaela knows that she's got something to prove here tonight, and that is to let the world know that she is here. As I said before, her rookie year as a pro wrestler, and with a win tonight, she gets one step closer to possibly having the greatest rookie campaign in the history of pro wrestling. But she's got quite a first hurdle to jump here tonight in the first round of the Purity Women's Championship Tournament. And here's a woman who's got a bit of experience in tournament competition. This, of course, the St. Petersburg Massacre, better known to the world simply put as Natassia. Runner-up of the 2018 Warfield Invitational Tournament. And she went on an undefeated tear after losing that contest to Sierra Kay. That was ended subsequently when she too was eliminated by the Golden Goddess in the very same match. We spoke to Natassia earlier on her thoughts. A different kind of confidence emanating from the words of Natassia. I would dare say it's closer to arrogance. But I'll say this much: I would definitely pay good money to see Natassia and Sarah Warfield lock up one-on-one. That would be a pretty damn good match. But that's for another time. Tonight isn't about facing legends. It's about forging your own. It's about the Purity Women's Championship. And one of these two women are going to go one step further along the path to possibly becoming the first woman to ever hold that championship title. And we kick things off here with a lockup, collar and elbow, side headlock by Natassia. Irish whip, ducking over, and a back elbow, beautifully executed by Nystrom. Natassia, however, on the counter with the arm drag and establishing her power early in this match with that deadlift powerbomb. Nystrom, however, not to be understated, undercuts Natassia and takes her out of the ring, but wait a second, right back inside it just like that. Natassia with a gorilla press slam. Sudden, quick, raw, unmitigated power by the St. Petersburg Massacre. But Natassia had better not underestimate the power of Nystrom. Michaela's repertoire quite versatile. Her athletic experience includes gymnastics and CrossFit, so she is definitely one of the more physically gifted individuals within this grid here in the Purity Women's Division. But that's not taking anything away from Natassia. We know exactly what she's all about. But right now, Nystrom has been able to successfully neutralize that power using quickness and speed and some technical acumen to just kind of deflect Natassia's offense in the early going of this match. But she is a bull in a china closet. She'll take 500 shots just to hit you with one. And speaking of shots, Nystrom likes to call that one Swedish air. And is it enough? No. Wow. Not even a 1 count. Natassia still with some fight in her, I guess. European uppercut. But just as she's pushing in, Nystrom again cuts her off. Just using that quickness to her advantage. But again, Natassia just able to weather the storm and drives Nystrom to the mat with Russian roulette. And now here we go, St. Petersburg Massacre. Hooks the leg, and no, Nystrom gets the shoulder up, and Natassia can't believe it. Running on pure adrenaline right now. Natassia will no doubt try to follow up with some more big offense. How about another deadlift? This time into a back suplex. And like I said, Natassia will absorb a tremendous amount of punishment in order to administer her own. But she will make you feel every single bit of it. Back and forth, however, is Nystrom and Natassia in the corner. And now Michaela with Natassia on the top turnbuckle, and oh my God! Superplex to the outside of the ring. Normally a move like that would be extreme measures. But against a woman like Natassia, that's just standard offensive protocol that you have to pull off to try to slow her down. And from the looks of it, Nystrom unsuccessful. Are you serious right now? She just got superplexed almost 20 feet to the floor, and Natassia is the one now administering offense. Another Russian roulette. And another near fall. It's as if she didn't even feel that superplex. She's inhuman. Plain and simple. She is inhuman. And right now, she's about to deliver a second St. Petersburg Massacre. This has got to be it. No, it's not. Wow. And the look of frustration on Natassia's face says it all. What does she got to do here? Just continue to pour on the offense and hope that she could just bludgeon Nystrom into submission. But thus far, no avail. Nystrom with a quick roll-up. Wow. Amazing fortitude by Nystrom, and oh my goodness. Natassia just tossed her like a sack of potatoes. Hooks the leg again, center of the ring, and no. One more time, Nystrom kicks out at 2. And she just will not quit. Natassia right now is just dumbfounded, flabbergasted, just trying to figure out what it is that she can do here. Another St. Petersburg massacre. And again, Nystrom kicks out. This is incredible. Natassia heading back up to the top turnbuckle. Uncharted territory for her. But she's got to pull something out of the proverbial hat to put her opponent away. Because what she's been doing thus far just has not been working. And here's Nystrom with a beautiful arm breaker slam combination. And now Michaela with a head of steam, hoisting Natassia up and down with a neutralizer. Hooks the leg. Ref in position. 1, 2, no. This time Natassia gets the shoulder up in an opportune time. And Michaela now trying to build some momentum, but gets cut short by a stiff forearm shot right to the face. And now an elbow to the chest plate. But Nystrom with a quick arm drag counter and pops up with a series of drop kicks to the ropes and a splash, taking Natassia out. Here we go. Another Swedish air. But back up to her feet is Natassia, and she will continue to fight back. Beautiful block there, and now delivering right hands. Just knocked Nystrom silly. And she was going for something there. Looked like she was going for a fireman's carry, but Nystrom quickly counters. Reverse DDT. Hoists Natassia up again, then a second neutralizer. Hooks the leg. Another pinfall here. And no score. Nystrom slaps the canvas in frustration. Both of these women throwing home run shots right now. Throwing their haymakers. Nystrom now is the one on the top turnbuckle. And delivers a beautiful diving shoulder. Natassia is backpedaling. We've seen her pushed to the limit before, but I don't think she has an answer for Michaela Nystrom. Trying to figure out the puzzle of this new opponent, but instead eats a third Swedish air. Nystrom hooks the leg. 2, and she got her. What's a tournament without a Cinderella story, folks? And Michaela Nystrom just may very well be that. As we look at the replay here, Natassia using all of the power moves in her arsenal, just unable to put Michaela Nystrom away. But Nystrom up to the task, up to the challenge, delivering that third Swedish air to pull off what you can pretty much consider an upset victory here in the Purity Women's Championship Tournament. Well, she said that she was going to make the world know that she was here. I believe the world got the message tonight, loud and clear, as we update the brackets. And Michaela Nystrom now advances to round 2. That leaves just one more order of business in round one of the Purity Women's Championship Tournament. And up next, a match that is going to be a blast from the past. And the return of this next combatant to the world of professional wrestling is, no pun intended, shocking. Once one of the staples of the World Wrestling Alliance, the organization that predates what we now know as the Extraordinary Wrestling Association. She goes by the name of Melissa Storm. And whereas at one point she was the original bad girl of women's core wrestling, she's taken on a new leaf, so to speak, a new moniker, going by the nickname of Stormbringer. And she is most certainly looking in fabulous condition. I'll get more into her backstory in a few moments, but her opponent is also making a triumphant comeback to the world of women's core wrestling. One of the most dynamic and impressive figures to have ever set foot in a professional wrestling ring. This is Talena Nakooma, the Warrior Queen, representing the nation of Sodiaye in Africa, of which, as her moniker obviously denotes, she is the ruler of. So we've got ourselves some literal wrestling royalty standing in the center of the ring at this present time. And possibly the most interesting factoid regarding Talena is the fact that she is the lineal Pearl Champion. She was the last holder of the World Wrestling Alliance version of the Pearl Championship, was never defeated for the title. So, something I'm quite sure the current Pearl Champion or future Pearl Champions will have in the backs of their minds as they hold the current Whoa, 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 have a look at Talena. Oh my goodness. She just caught Melissa Storm in midair and planted her with that power bomb. Storm having to recover, take a step back and regroup, but now finds herself back in control here, quickly going for a cover. Wow. Another thing about Talena is the fact that she is quite possibly the most ungodly and unorthodox mix of power and speed and agility that has ever existed in women's core wrestling. As I said before, the current queen of the nation of Sodiaye, which at one point was a humble warrior tribe existing in Eastern Africa, but has now emerged into an industrial powerhouse, thanks in great part to Talena's own intelligence, having studied abroad in Harvard University, as well as several other highly regarded schools. She's definitely got some brains to go with that brawn, and it has tremendously influenced her home country. But her love for this sport, her love for competition never wavered, and now she finds herself back in the mix and back in the ring here with a chance to make history and become the first ever Purity Women's Champion. Right now, Talena's chances looking real good, or at least they did for a moment. Storm with a counter there, but now a counter Irish whip in the corner by Talena, who whips Storm to the ropes and delivers a scintillating pounce, just blowing right through the Stormbringer. And now Talena goes for her finishing maneuver. She calls it Umonokalo. Umonokalo translates from Zulu to many different words, including ruin, damage, devastator. Pretty fitting of a move of that magnitude. But look at Melissa Storm weathering the storm, and now delivers a stiff knee right to the jaw of Talena. And now, wait a second. Oh my goodness. The power on display by Nakooma. She almost completely destroyed the ring with that move. And the Warrior Queen continues to pour on the offense. Look at the agility. Unbelievable display. Talena is something else, I tell ya. I don't know if Melissa Storm was quite ready for this, but maybe she's up to the challenge after all. Has Nakooma on the top turnbuckle, setting up for something big here. Like driving both knees right into the breadbasket. Storm hooks the leg and only gets a 1 count. Wow, the amazing fortitude of Talena Nakooma on display here. As Melissa Storm will try to find some way to get herself back into this match. Beautiful sling blade there. And now, Storm will look to finish things off here with a lightning knee, but no, sidestepped by Nakooma. Melissa Storm, however, still trying to get something going here, but gets cut off at the pass yet again. Nakooma now on the counter, and Storm tosses her out of the ring. Going back to Melissa Storm here, in her hiatus from professional wrestling, she was last in action way back in 2006. Since then, she has undertaken many different professions, including a fitness model. Normally it goes the other way around, right? Also spending many years in Hollywood, not as a movie star per se, but as a professional stunt woman, appearing in many different action films, martial arts films as well. Speaking of martial arts, she studied extensively in karate and Muay Thai, as well as some boxing, so she's most certainly a different being than she was when last she graced a professional wrestling ring. Far more adept in the combat arts, as she fights her way out of that single leg Boston Crab, and now delivers another one of those scintillating lightning knees. Goes for a cover, second time around. This time Talena actually has to put up some efforts to get the shoulder up and break up the pin. But here comes Storm, delivering her finishing maneuver. Her namesake, the Stormbringer. But again, only a count of 2 for her troubles. And now Storm immediately trying to follow up, trying to put her opponent away here, but no score on the diving elbow. And here comes Talena, back on the offense, but no, Storm. Oh, she drove in and got met by a spine buster. Talena floats over into a pinfall, only a 2, but now sets up. Might have been going for another one of those Umonokalos, but not this time. Instead, however, she does manage to hit another evil, devastating powerbomb. And now another finishing maneuver. The Call of the Wild. That one is called. And will that be enough? No. Now it's Nakooma who slams against the canvas, unable to put Storm away. And the pace has most certainly picked up in this portion of the match. Once again, the action spills outside of the ring. And both of these women pretty much throwing whatever strategies they might have had for this match out of the window and just working on the fly here, because it's quite clear, as it has been for the entirety of this first round of the tournament, that you're just gonna have to come up with something big. That's what it's gonna take, because all 8 of the women who have competed thus far are pulling everything out of their arsenals and then some. That's what this means. As Talena with a hanging vertical suplex and one hand on the way down to lift Storm up and drive her back to the mat. But here comes Talena again with another power bomb off of a counter. And now look at Talena dragging Storm center of the ring. What's she gonna do here? Oh my goodness, the power of the Warrior Queen. How about a giant swing center of the ring? And tosses down Storm like a sack of potatoes. And that, my friends, is gonna do it. Just like I said at the onset of this match, Talena is something special. Let's take a look at the replay here. This was a critical moment for Melissa Storm to get herself back into this contest after Talena kicked things off with an onslaught, a barrage of offense. Storm did everything in her power to fight her way back into this contest, but the power, the speed, the agility of the Warrior Queen, just too much to withstand, as she finishes the Stormbringer here with a giant swing. Just too much power to withstand. And this crowd in England appreciating the athletic prowess, the sheer mastery that the Warrior Queen brings to the dance, and the intensity emanating from the face of Talena Nakooma speaks for itself. She knows exactly what's going on here. She advances to the second round of the Purity Women's Championship Tournament. The grid has now been set. Windsor versus Queensberry, Nystrom versus Talena. This is Purity Wrestling, and we shall return.